Madam President, once again, it falls to me to correct the record because of the misstatements of some of my colleagues in the minority. It is laughable to suggest that one-party rule is a cause of late budgets in this state. It is a complete ignorance of history, and even recent history of this state. The Republicans controlled this state's Senate for much of the last century, and late budgets were a norm up until recently. In fact, there was a time in the 90s when, under the Republican majority in the Senate, the budgets were late by 4 and 5 months. We're talking about a couple of days here. So give me a large break when you try and suggest that that's because of one-party rule in this state. Because when the Republicans hold the majority, they did a lot worse. And by the way, they passed debt relief bills also as part of the budget process, because that's what happens, that's the responsible thing to do, and that's what keeps the state functioning. One of my colleagues mentioned or made an analogy to the Titanic. Well, what they're suggesting in trying to defeat this bill is not waiting for the iceberg. They would just take out a drill, puncture the hull of the ship, and let it sink right now. Because that is what would happen if New York was unable to fulfill its debt obligations. So I understand it's frustrating to be in the minority and not make decisions about the direction of this state. That's where the voters put you all. We'll all have to live with it. I was there once. It's not fun. I get it. But let's make the rhetoric match the reality a little bit more. I vote yes, Madam President.